Are you familiar with any of these two teams?
eXtensive is the only one that I actually have any real following behind. Of course, they've been a really good Counter-Strike source team. So let's just go ahead and see what happens here for this game between these two as we are underway here in the pistol round.
So looking good so far. We do have a 4v3, but look at the HP of eXtensive. Maniac and Apex are both very low on HP. And see here, Latro right now outside, as we can see here on the map. We do have, it's kind of hard to see on the map over here really, but the bomb's on the back of how surprised I guys, but no worries. Wow, just got caught in there. But 2v2 is the situation right now. Savoni will be the last guy standing. 1v2 now. Does have the bomb though.
Well, exactly what you meant just a second ago. I mean, they were down low on HP, but right now you've got Savoni who's just thunderfooting around. And great gameplay right now. You can see how Seized and Latro are both down inside the vents. Again, this is something that I discuss all the time, that there's the quick rotation on Nuke, especially the Volcano version. You can get through those vents so incredibly quick. But beautiful nade coming in there inside the vents. Now it's going to be down to a one-on-one. Siege pushing out at the right time. But in the end of it all, at least they get that bomb planted in that lower bomb site. But again, they had the advantage. They were already, it was down to a 4-on-3, and eXtensive should have been able to take that round easily. But the main focus on pistol rounds, in my viewpoint, is you want to cause as much damage as you can, because then you can have the rest of your teammates just kind of clean the house.
Yeah, and very nice play there from that team to take the first round. Of course, we will be seeing some big weapons coming out of them. FAMASs, MP7s, M4s, and even a Mac 7. Pretty damn awesome shotgun coming out of Ubeak here. And of course, the eXtensive terrorists just on pistols.
Yeah, we'll have to see exactly where he ends up playing. You know, the Mag 7, since it was introduced, not only is it, you know, the kill rewards are something nice to have, but at the same token, it's pretty spot on. The recoil, the fitting of those burst fire is very, very tight. As we take a look, you see Garrick on the outside. He's been able to cause a lot of damage. Both Maniac and Win both go down to that FAMAS. And it's going to look at that. They've also got the bomb down out in the open. It's going to be down to a 4-on-3. Apex boosted up high. See if he might be able to make that up onto the catwalk. He does. He's able to cause a little bit more damage. He does take out one. Now it's going to be down to a 2-on-2. As you see, you got GMX and Servoni here. GMX was able to pick up that FAMAS. He was able to slide on through and pick up the bomb as well.
Oh, there's the Mag 7.
Oh, there's that Mag 7. And that's also, you got to take a note that he was able to get $900 from that kill.
Yeah,
of course, that Mag 7, though, is also 1,200. Something that Threat and I had discussed in passing while we were in between matches was the reason why you'd sit there, you'd go to the extent of buying the Mag 7. You have to get 2 kills with it to end up getting a trade for it, if that makes any sense. It costs $1,200, and you get $900 per kill. So let's go and see how GMX is going to pull this one off. He's able to slide through, but not a lot of time to work with here. Spots one, switches over to the burst fire, and able to take out that Latro. As now the bomb should get planted here in just a moment, but is this going to be a nice little advantage here for him? He's going to know that he's going to be over there towards the vents.
Yeah, the bomb will be going
See
down.
what happens.
Ubeak, of course, with that Mag 7. Let's see if he can clutch it right now, dancing on the vents. Can he come in here with the clutch kill? And yes, he will. Wow, what a headshot coming in from Ubeak. And therefore will be coming in with the defuse and the round win for that team. And as you said, Corey, well, you have to get 2 kills, and he got 2 kills plus the defuse and the win there. So a great little buy from Ubeak.
Yeah, it was a good win there, coming in there at the very end. The fact that he had to win the round in a 1v1, but you have to take in consideration too is eXtensive. They took out 4 members, and they got the bomb planted again, and so now the score is going to be 2-0. And you can see right now eXtensive having AKs, full nade sets, and this is going to be our first gun round.
So very important round here coming up. For those of you who not follow, see it's on a regular basis. The first gun round really kind of dictates the way that the game will go. You kind of see who's strongest with the actual weapons. Right now it's going to be a push inside. It's going to be some frags traded. CC in a good position, but GMX is in even better one. GMX will get that bomb down, so right now an advantage for the terrorist. 4 against 3, and the bomb is down. So surely this one should be eXtensive round to win.
You mentioned it right on point. This is going to dictate how this match is going to go. A lot of times we sit there and talk about the difference between the CT-sided map or a T-sided map. I think Nuke really does vary on the skill set. As you can see right now, it's going to be left up to Hoocher. He's down to a 1v4, and he's just going to need to hold on to this FAMAS here. But I really doubt that's going to happen because they're going to go on the manhunt. You can take a look. You got one that's pushing over there. That's going to be Cervoni.
Oh. Let's see here what's going to happen.
He might be able to stay alive here just in time.
Yeah, I think...
Still watching there. And he does hold on to that FAMAS. They ended up not pushing up strong enough, but eXtensive picking up that gun round, and that's really going to put that team in a really tough spot, especially going into these later rounds.
Yeah, and they do have, of course, that FAMAS from the last round, but apart from that, they're going to be on just pistols, of course, saving money for buying the bigger guns in the next round. So they will probably do something creative, maybe placing Hoocher outside, and then the rest of the team will be going ramp and inside. That's exactly what's going to happen. Hoocher, though, can pick up a couple of frags here. He does have an okay gun to pick up a couple, but yeah, the terrorists are going to take over the outside area, and that's basically just the map control for them.
Well, this is a smart gameplay here by eXtensive. They know that dAT team is going to be on a safe, so you want to basically kind of separate yourself from the defense, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're going towards the outside. If you went in towards the ramp room, it would have been close corridors, and they really had to deal with that P250, which we've all known is very, very strong. But when going to work with that AK, picking up two, one of which being a headshot, as now it's going to be left up to Hoocher, who held on to that FAMAS for a while, but this is not going to be that round that he continues with. And so our score is going to be 2-2. But let's take a look here at what we see for the money. You can see Ubik, he's got 5,100. He can definitely buy, but his teammate Latro, he's going to have to force buy if he wants to. And it looks like they're going to do some type of partial buy here in this round, probably just P250s and Deagles.
Yeah, so pistols coming out here. For the CTs, and sure, this should be the round to win also for the terrorists from eXtensive. And of course, as I said earlier, that team are fighting for survival in this tournament. So if they don't win this map and this match, basically, they are out. So they are with their backs against the wall, and now the pistol round, Hoocher will pick up one, and therefore also an AK for his teammate. Actually, Big answers back. 4v3, one-man advantage, but still the weapon advantage is for the terrorists.
This is a really unique situation where you see that the counter-terrorists have actually pushed all the way inside of lobby. And now it's going to be down to this 3-on-2. Nice shots coming in by Latro. This is a huge round coming in for dAT team. This is what I had mentioned in the previous round. The reason why you don't want to have those close quarter battles whenever you know the other team is on the side. That was a sick Deagle headshot. But this is the reason why you don't want to hit the inside, is because you're dealing with close corridors, and it's so much easier for those P250s, those illegal Deagles to come into play. And you can see how dAT team is able to pick up that round. That's a huge round for them in terms of money moving on, because look how where they sit right now. You got 5,700 there for Ubik and Garrick at 4,000. That's after the buy.
Yeah, that's really important to have some money in the bank saved up there. We did have the last game I casted with Wob. We did have one guy, Mutiris from Kick Esports, the Portuguese team, was currently sitting on a $5,000 bank, and he was always able to drop weapons for his teammate. And he was mainly carrying the team with his money there. But right now we do have Hoocher outside with the AWP. We'll be looking to pick up the guy on that container, that silo there. And Apex goes down. So one-man advantage for the CTs. But one of the terrorists actually managed to slip through the defense outside. He's now downstairs.
He's got to take advantage of it, but the only issue here is every way that different path that he can take, he has to make some type of noise, whether it's breaking the vent, busting out the glass, or opening the door. He's going to have to make some type of noise, but he's doing a great job clearing out the areas that he know he can. Now his teammate's going to clash right there inside of that upper bomb site at the exact same time, as looking like you got Ubik, who's able to cause some damage there with the AK. It's going to be down to a 1-on-2 as Cervoni, the last man standing here in this 1-on-2. A nice, beautiful headshot with the AK, but look out, Hoocher's going to get spammed down to low HP, down to 22, and chasing. Great job by Cervoni. He realized that he had an AWP and went straight for the kill, because that's a very tough shot inside of those vents with an AWP in hand. I really don't know why he pushed up with an AWP in vents. It doesn't make a difference which way you look at it.
No, that was kind of a stupid round to lose, really, for the CTs there. That was a 3v1, and Cervoni was still, he managed to clutch it. That orb sitting in vents, never a good idea. I should say, an extremely difficult shot to hit. And, well, Cervoni came in and cashed in on that mistake, and then it's 3-3. And we do have a buy round for both teams, or kind of buy round. Hoocher on the ramp, only with a pistol, but the rest of the guys are with kind of weapons, FAMASas and M4s.
Yeah, so far you realize that no one's actually kind of built off this economy bonus throughout the game because they keep trading rounds about that 3-round point. And so that's really going to kind of offset things through and throughout. You can Apex over there up on top of what the players call Twinkie. I'll still call it the White Tower. But they're kind of spamming there into that upper rafters, trying to slow things down, clear that area out. But right now moving towards the outside over there, towards the ladder. And they're basically already turtled over here. Garrick spots one. He's going to get fired upon there by Apex. And now it's going to be down to a 4-on-4. Hoocher on the upside. He's going to get dropped there by Wynn's AK-47. You got Ubik, Seized, and Latro. And definitely need this round to kind of keep them in contention and kind of reset the money there for eXtensive. Right coming back in. GMX going to work as well as Apex. Apex picking up his second frag here in the round. And now it's left up to Ubik, whose probably best idea is to hold on to this M4. As you take a look, none of them are really working with money. The idea at this point here, Risk, is probably for him to just save this M4, not for just this round, but also the round to follow.
Yeah, and he'll be saving it in probably the most safe space there is on DE Nuke, which is the T spawn. There's a long way that you can just hide it basically down at that container at the end. So there's no way that the terrorists are really going to get him now because he has been walking the entire way. They'll have no idea where he is. And yeah, he's going to save that, and they're going to save all their 4 weapons as well. So it's going to be 4-3, but Ubik surviving with that M4.
Yeah, typically whenever you're talking about pro players, and what they really think of is not only just their own economy system, but also looking at the opposing force and what they've been working with. And one of the things to consider is that they're not having to buy the rounds that they're winning. I mean, especially with Counter-Strike Global Offensive, you don't have to worry about replenishing your ammo. You don't have to worry about having to go and buy armor because we all know how the armor percentages work. So you don't have to buy new armor every round. The only thing that you're having to buy each and every new round is different nade sets. And that usually, sometimes, if you win rounds like that decisively, you're ending up having to just buy 1 or 2 nades.
So, right now, new round coming in. We do have the terrorists here with full AK setup. Let's see if we find Apex. Here he is, picks up the first one, and the second one, and the third one. Absolutely beastly play from Apex. And once more, Ubik is alive, but he's taken out by the terrorist there. And 3 kills coming in from Apex. Very nice play to take that 5th round home for the Frenchman. Currently at the T side of Nuke. So, yeah, they're doing good so far.
This round was a lot more different. They did, instead of kind of pushing into those close corridors, this time they held their spots inside of the lobby area. Had one over there towards the squeaky door. He also had some cover fire from his teammate. That's where Apex went to work on those 3 individuals. It's just a matter of just being set up, realizing that the other team is going to be on a save. And one of the things to consider, too, is they lost that M4 that I was talking about earlier, which I think you just got to think about it throughout the whole process. You want to save your guns and realize it may be a long time to save weapons, but at the same token, you're going to need those later on.
Yeah, so a couple of frags being changed here. We do have Hoocher in the vents now. We'll probably pick up one here as he turns around, gets that one, and the guy behind the vents. Great play by Hoocher. 2 players remaining out. One of them is Maniac, and he gets the double, actually. Very nice play for Maniac. It's just Garrick remaining. He'll be taken out by Savino there. So 6-3 lead now for the Frenchies. And yeah, I have to say, Savino doing good so far. The rest of the team really following. But yeah, he's at the top of the scoreboard with 10 frags to 3 deaths. Very nice so far.
Yeah, Cervoni, I mean, again, he was in the battle on the outside over there by that secret area and just kind of battling with the guy over there towards the garage. And then he just immediately falls down, goes around, and hops through the vents and pops up and gets that kill. Again, this is how quick you can rotate. And again, I'm going to keep stabbing at Volcano until he actually comes back and changes the vents on Nuke. Because that's the only, that honestly, everything else is great. It's a great layout for the most part, but how quick you can rotate from site to site. Of course, it goes both ways there, but let's go ahead and take a look here. Inside there, he's got Seized, who's going to start things off there. He'll pick up one. And going to be pressing in. Here comes those P250s again. And now it's going to be down to a 3-on-2, but Latro hanging on to a sliver of health.
Wow.
As see if he can kind of survive through this round. But they do have the bomb over there towards the squeaky door area. Here comes a nice little smoke, kind of being able to slide through. He might be able to pick that one up. Bomb has been picked up there by Cervoni. As that nade, they've been dodging nades.
Yeah. That's
look out for Latro. Latro coming on the flank side. They don't realize he's there, but he might be able to get there, and just in time, they're going to be wrapping over there towards the ramp room. He's pushing in, and this is just glimpses as they slide by. He will pick up this AK-47. Let's see how much damage he can cause here, as they know that they're going to be wrapping down towards the lower side. 28 seconds left here in the round. And pushing in, Ubik's trying to slow them down. Their bomb needs to get planted here. There goes Latro. There goes Seized, and now it's left up to Ubik down to this 1-on-2. 15 seconds left for him to be able to get this bomb planted. And right now, if he'd be able to push out, he takes out. Nice job there. He needs to kind of fall back there, down to 10 seconds. He can kind of delay him out even further. Here comes the nades. He might be able to peek out again. He's just in that crack area. Doesn't get the kill, but now it's going to be back to this 2-on-1. The round timer basically reset to 35 seconds here.
But yeah, it's a really hard situation to be in, and yeah, there he goes down to Cervoni, that is, and wow, he really tried, and I have to give him kudos for that, because
huge kudos.
Yeah, being in 1v2 with a P250 against AKs, and they're getting the bomb down. Wow, that takes balls to just try and do that, not just run away scared. But yeah, 7-3 eXtensive, looking very good so far, and sorry to all the Russian fans, but it looks kind of like that team might be going home early, but of course it's just 10 rounds and everything can turn around, but still early advantage as Hoocha actually takes down one of the terrorists there, and maybe he can hold down this outside area this round.
Yeah, one of the things to look at too, though, there for dAT team is the rounds that they've been winning are actual pistol rounds. Eco rounds are what they've been winning. And they just have to get everything together. Seized, who is down towards the lower side, is going to get popped there by Cervoni. And now it's going to be down to a 3-on-4. Hoocher picking up his second frag here in the round with that AWP. As he backpedaled, he went from that main garage over there by Pipe Room and fell back over there towards the ladder area to pick up that second frag. As we take a look here on the offensive side so far, you've got two who are working back over there towards the lobby area, going to be pushing there towards the upper bomb site. And then you have, again, Cervoni, who's done just an LMS job over here towards the outside. Here comes this 2-1 split towards the upper bomb site. And see if they'll be able to crash down and try to make something happen here for eXtensive. Lastro picking up a frag coming in now. It's going to be down to a 2-on-4. And that op finally misses. And Cervoni tries to pick up the op, and he's going to get taken out. 7-4 now. Still in favor of eXtensive, and so far, again, like you mentioned, dAT team, they need to pick up rounds, not only just because they're on the CT side, just because of their whole morale, and knowing that this is that match that could send them home.
I really like the play that Ubik actually did. He was down at those new volcano stairs and just waiting for something to happen, maybe a call from his teammate. He was able to push into the main gate and actually take out the orb as he was switching weapons. And, well, if it had come to a clutch scenario, I think he would have been able to pick up the second one as well. But really liking his position and the way he played that round. But right now, we will have some of the terrorists here moving into the ramp. And Ubik will be here on the ramp. Let's see how many he can get. It's just going to be the one before he's taken out by GMX. Now dropping down to get the teammate who's actually already down. Apex already down, and he might be able to pick up one. There's the headshot onto Hoocher. See who else is alive. Seized is in the vents. We also do have Cervoni also in the vents. He picks up the first one, goes for the second frag as well. Do get the spray on Latro. And now 3 terrorists remaining, but all 3 on low HP against Garrick.
What is Garrick doing right now? Honestly, there's no reason that Garrick should have been up on top of rafters at all.
That's just that round that round from Garrick there made no sense at all. And he is of course running away to save that M4. I don't think they can see damage in console. I'm not really sure if that has been removed.
No, they can. No, they have fixed that. Whenever I was talking to the HLTV guys with Nixon, who was admitting at DreamHack Winter, they have finally implemented the console so that they cannot see the damage. So, so they have no clue how much damage they were able to cause during that round. But looking at it, again, I have no clue what Garrick was doing there. There's no reason for him. His teammates, you could know that there was at least 4 members there from eXtensive heading down towards the lower side. Maybe he was watching over the top of ladder to make sure that no one rotates back around through the ramp room to hop up ladder to get the bomb planted upper. But he should have known because his teammates were the ones that were in battles down to the actual inside of the lower bomb site. He should have rotated earlier than that.
So, a mistake there from Gary, probably costing maybe even the round. But yeah, eXtensive now, of course, still in the lead, and they will be moving out towards outside area. A couple of damage points being dealt from both sides. Actually, great grenade coming out of Maniac will take C's down to 34 points of health. A couple of more grenades coming in, but not really doing the same amount of damage.
Right now, as you can see, you've got the taking a look, you've got 2 on the outside here with Win and Apex. They're going to backpedal here and regroup with their teammates. It looks like they're probably going to hit here towards this upper bomb site in just a moment as, again, there's kind of delaying it out. Here comes Maniac. They're actually going to be heading over there towards that ramp room now. He's got a teammate to be able to help him out. Burst Fire's coming in here from the FAMAS's. Hoocher and UB going to work there on the ramp room, closing it down. Now it's going to be left up to Apex. Apex gets shut down there by Hoocher. You got to give it up there to Hoocher as well as his teammate Ubik as they both come up with the full house, picking up 3 and 2. And now it's going to be 8-5 here in favor of eXtensive.
That was such a great hold. Ubik and Hoochie just holding down an entire AK push from the entire terrorist team with just 2 FAMASs and basically almost no flashbangs and nades. Just holding it down due to their good positions and their great aim. And that's the kind of stuff they need to kind of get back into this game because they're still behind on CT. They need to get more rounds to actually be able to do damage in this second half. But we do have a force buy. At least Maniac will be on that FAMAS, so yeah, it's going to be important for them to get this round.
Let's see what happens, right? You got C's who's on the outside. He's trying to be able to hold his own against this AK-47 going straightly with that burst fire. Apex, though, connecting with the AK. A little damage going on here, a little wall spamming. Of course, that's kind of a unique term, especially in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It does happen a lot, though, especially with on Nuke. Volcano doing a great job bringing that back into the gameplay. As we'll see right now, you've got one member. They're playing so aggressive. You can see Latro pushed up inside of the hut area and then finally kind of fell back. Apex setting up his flash right now as they're about to hit here towards the inside. Oh, but look out, Cervoni. Cervoni's just been having a field day down in that lower side over there towards the secret area. And right now, there's really no pure structure here for eXtensive. They're just going off of pure slaying power here against dAT team. As you can take a look there, Garrick able to shut down Apex finally, as now it's going to be down to a 3-on-2, as Maniac is down to 2 HP, being the bomb carrier, pushing here towards the upper side. They've got one to worry about up there in the high ground. That's going to be Hoocher. Remember what Hoocher and Ubik did the previous round? Can they do it again here and then down to this 2-on-2? Hoocher has been spotted, but here comes Ubik taking down the bomb carrier. Bunch of spamming going on. Cervoni, the last man standing. That is definitely a person that you want to have left alive here. As 5 seconds left here in the round, he has to be able to go for this plant. It's not going to happen here to have to save the AK. Huge round again. Hoocher and Ubik coming hit big here with this last round here.
Yeah.
As, again, just 8-6 now, bringing him back into contention. This could be far, far worse here, Risk.
Yeah, this could be far, far worse. And the reason that they are still holding on is because, as you said, like, Ubik and Hoocher really playing so well in these clutch situations. They are, of course, also topping the scoreboard with 13 and 11 frags each. But just being able to turn these clutch rounds around and bring them into your... kind of make them into your round and getting the real advantage there, those two guys are just... meaning so much to the dAT team right now.
Yeah. They changed their tune here for this final round here in the first half. They went aggressive here towards the upper bomb side, a complete 5-man rush. As looks like GMX just a bunch of gunfire exchange here between the two teams and kill after kill. And everyone knows usually a 5-man rush usually goes to the CT side on DE Nuke. So 8-7 was your first half score there in favor of eXtensive.
Yeah, 8-7, and to be honest, I really thought eXtensive could do, like with the start they got, I thought they could do much more damage. I was looking at them maybe getting 10 or 11 rounds, but luckily for the Russians, Ubik and Hoocher, and also Latro to some extent, played a really, really good like second part of the first half. They really struggled in the first half, the first part of the first half. But yeah, in the second half part, they really got back there, getting the frags in the clutch rounds. And now it's all a different game because now they switch sides. So it'll be very exciting to see what the Russians have up their sleeves for this second half.
Yeah, you're right. During the second eighths and the third eighths region, they did a pretty good job to be able to bring it back.
Oh, you.
Yeah, so see how this pistol round starts. This is really going to kind of set the tone here for the second half, especially if that team can go ahead and get the early lead here.
We do see all the terrorists, apart from Seized, in the lobby. Seized has snuck his way into the secret area due to those new stairs there and that new entrance at outside because, of course, Volcano implements and he'll be able to jump into the vents right now and get a frag. There he is. Pick him up one. GMX, though, I think will be able to answer back. There's the headshot onto Latro. UB on the bomb side right now. Savoni picking up one as well. Big need to do some damage. He picks up Savoni. C's coming in with one as well. GMX replying. GMX could drop and get that second. Wow, what a headshot. But Seized will pick up that one, and it will be a 1v1 now. What a pistol round. And who will actually win it? That's the question. See it.
Yeah, again, GMX did a great job earlier, though, with that P2000. Usually doesn't get a lot of love, but this is what Wynn's doing here. He's keeping Seized at bay, so he can't push in there. And right now, you can see how Wynn is going to be in a little bit of a tougher situation. Great job awareness by Seized to wrap back around, go through the vent area. He's going to spot him for a second. Now he knows he's going towards the upper bomb site. And I don't know what Wynn's doing here, though. Wrapping back around over there towards the vents.
Yeah.
And he made a little bit of noise. Now he knows exactly where he's at. Saw his pistol there. Going to be able to push out there. But Wynn still wins the battle and picks up the round. eXtensive. Got to go back to what GMX was doing with that P2000. Yes, a P2000. And making things happen.
Yeah, very nice play there. And of course securing that round for eXtensive, which means there'll be a 9-7, and basically winning the pistol almost all the time guarantees you the next two. So we'll actually be looking at 11-7 before that team can do anything. They did get the bomb down. That means they will actually... Oh, okay. Ceased buying the AK. And that's something we've been seeing a lot in Go. I haven't really seen it in Source, which was a game I commentated before Global Offensive came out. Buying this AK, one FAMAS, while the rest of the teams are with pistols. But sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's just a waste of an AK.
It really just depends on where he goes with the AK. Heading towards ramp room, this is where you usually see exchanges happen. I don't think that's a good placement for it, unless he's trying to hope that eXtensive over-rotates while his teammates hit there towards the inside. A nice little smoke still, just kind of delaying them. You can see GMX setting up with his flashbang for a counter flash for his teammate. And they're set up to as if this was a gun round here for eXtensive. That's the way they look at it here. Garrick just trying to draw in some gunfire, double tapping E, and see if they might be able to make something exchange here. You can see Hooger, those kind of close quarters here with C's, just in case he gets taken out, he can slide in there and pick up that AK. Let's see how this one kind of works out, pushing in here, as C's does take out one with the AK. And, right now, Garrick through the doors causing some damage. He's going to get dropped there, but now it's going to be left up to C's and UB, as C's pushing back out. Now he's going to be the LMS down to this 1-on-4, having to work these angles. And he will get taken out here in just a moment here.
That's the impossible, the mission impossible right there for Seized. Two counter-terrorists coming in from each angle, and he's with an AK, but he's basically just going to be spammed down through the walls, and there's not much he can do really. And yeah, the round will go to eXtensive, and now they will have enough money to buy at least 4 AKs. Seized, of course, buying that round before, so he'll just have a deagle. But still, 4 AKs and a deagle. I think they might be able to do some damage, but of course, if they aren't, then they're in big trouble.
My question is whether or not that was intentional or whether that it was a misbuy, because you have to sit there and take in consideration. You're playing against members on Nuke. You're not going to win rounds as an individual, especially in CSGO. We really do not see multi-kill rounds. We saw a few at DreamHack Winter, but we haven't really seen that many multi-kill rounds coming from one player.
No, that is true. We did see a lot of those 1v3 clutches, so very like individual skill moments back in the days of.
But not in the early rounds.
No, let's see here. They will be pushing in now. UB getting a couple of frags. He actually doing quite good. Actually the double there, the triple. I think that was from UB. And can he finish it though? Oh wow, what an insane round from UB. Absolutely decimating the French players, and that's exactly what they need, because they were, if they lost this one, they would be kind of thrown off. But now they are straight back in the game. They have a win, and they will be able to buy once more. The CTs kind of talking about, should we buy? No, we don't have enough money, so we're just gonna save it.
And you see how they're kind of going back and forth there inside of spawn with the AKs. UB dropped one there for Garrick, especially picking up a multi-kill round. You see how Garrick's sitting at 1250, so he just had to buy his just armor and nades. That will help them out later on as well. Of course, this is a save round coming in here for eXtensive, though.
Yeah. Oh, they will be.
Maniac. Yeah, they got P250s. Looks like they're going to actually use... Oh! Apex with a nice deagle headshot on the outside as he has 3 teammates moving over here from Secret, and they're going to wrap here towards the outside.
But Garrick looks like he knows what's up. He picks up the first headshot in beautiful fashion. And now one behind red here. There goes the flash from the teammate, and he surely should be able to pick up this frag very soon. Actually, he'll go for another guy. Ubeek will be coming in here, wrapping around. The red can say...
Oh, no.
Oh, he got the frag in the end. Whew, that was almost close. Maniac could have actually gone straight in there and backstabbed them if he didn't have got that frag. But yeah, now it's just going to be running eXtensive over, basically. AKs versus P2000. Actually a deagle for Savoni, but yeah. Surely he needs some really illegal deagle skills to bring something back into this round. Let's see if he can bring that. Oh, that's actually one. So he actually has a chance right now, but it's not the biggest of chances. They will be pushing straight into lobby, and there he is, taken out by Latro. So that team now find themselves in a 1-round deficit, and that's not bad. We have seen a couple of matches actually shift around. The first match of this Group B, actually, MyDBG, a Slovakian/Czech team, actually beating Very Games. And that was due to their good T side of this map. And maybe that team can bring the same spirit here. It's not a Slovakian/Czech team now, it's a Russian team versus another French team. So maybe the French are just really, really weak on that CT side here, Nuke.
You never know. I mean, we're just kind of looking at it overall right now. Just the gun rounds are starting to work out here for that team. And right now, let's see, you've got Servoni. He must love that secret passageway.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it over there towards that region every single round. We typically see this a lot with players who kind of just go out there for an individual. You can see he's playing a little bit more aggressive than he needs to. He takes out, gets dropped there by Hoocher. It's been an exchange back and forth between these two as it's going to be down to a 3-on-3. Nice shots coming there by Apex. He's trying to be able to hold down this upper bomb site. They know exactly where he's at. They line up for him, but Latro able to exchange there. Now it's going to be left up to C. C is going to go down as well. And so now the score is going to be 11-9. So eXtensive finally able to buy full weapons here, full nade sets. They pick up the round.
Yeah, 11-9. Very close game so far. Of course, very close first half, and so far in the second half, 3-2. So looking incredibly close between these two teams, and that's kind of like the signal they're sending. Of course, these are the two bottom teams in this group, so they're almost at the same skill level, and it will be just a couple of misclicks or maybe a couple of very, very well-placed clicks that will really determine this game.
Taking a look here at your default setup happening here by dAT team. They've got one guy kind of just spamming up there at the top of the rafters. You can see Ubeek, who's watching him there towards ramp room. Garrick, who usually, he's done this pretty much every single round. He busts out this doorway, busts a hole open in the door so he can kind of peer through, and he spots one, kind of just exchanging back and forth. As that was Servoni that he caused some damage to, and Servoni's down to 46 health here. GMX is going to be able to push up. He's going to get dropped, though, in the exchange. That's going to be left up to Hoocher. Down to a 1-on-2 Glillihan. Lots of time to work with here. He does not have the bomb, though.
Yeah, That was the main thing. But he can actually wrap around and pick up
Oh,
Savoni in the
look
back, I
out,
think.
Cervoni. He's going to make some noise here if he decides to jump up. And now Cervoni is kind of watching both positions at the same time. And look at that. He doesn't check his spot. And so Hoocher goes down. 12-9, though, is the score here in favor of eXtensive. And that right there, again, Hoocher's been playing pretty well. Ubik's been playing really well. Just the rest of his teams need to break out of just being average and start to be superstars.
Yeah. Right now we will have an eco, of course, coming out of these terrace players from that team. So surely this one should be eXtensive's round to win. We do have them going all outside right now. Right now outside we do have... Oh, wow, there he goes. 1, 2, 3 frags for... I really can't pronounce that guy's name. So...
Win?
Nguyen?
It's just win.
Okay, win. Okay, there we go. So he actually gets an ace as I try to pronounce that. Wow, that was a great play by him. Totally destroyed the moment, but he'll be happy he got the ace there. That's always a nice thing to do. Of course, it's just against Eco, but getting 5 kills on your own also really shows on the top of the scoreboard that you're actually a top contender for your team. Now finds himself on 19 frags in total. Very nice of him.
Yeah, no. When he's, I watched the matchups earlier. Whenever you're casting, Win was making a lot of damage too as well. He's just making a lot of work. As right now it looks like they're playing aggressive in this round here for eXtensive, pushing straight through the smoke. He's made it all the way through. That's going to be Maniac. He does take out one. And look at this, just pushing through that thick smoke is going to be Maniac as he picks up 2. And Win actually was able to push through and get up towards the ladder area. And so now it looks like Hoocher's moving down there towards that lower bomb site. He's accompanied there by Latro. Bomb will get planted here in the lower bomb site. Down to this 2-on-3. Hoocher's playing aggressive, though. Catches Maniac off guard there as he was hopping around. And now it's going to be down to this 2-on-2. Hoocher, he's going to be able to push up here in just a moment towards the upside, trying to give his teammates some cover fire. Unable to connect. His only caused 28 damage there to Cervoni. And let's see whether or not they can get this exchange. They're separated amongst the two sides. Can another smoke help them out? There goes Cervoni, able to take down Latro. Left up to Hoocher, down to this 1-on-2. And Cervoni sitting at 26-10. 26-10 here in this matchup. And now the score's going to be 14-9 after that defuse.
Pretty damn impressive from Cervoni. Absolutely standing out here as the number 1 player for eXtensive right now. And, well, the main reason that they're in the lead, of course, it is a team game, but still 26 frags. You can't talk your way out of that.
On 10 deaths. That's the other.
Yeah, like only dying 10 times in, what, 24 rounds? 23 rounds? That's pretty damn good. But, yeah, 14-9. And, yeah, that team finding themselves really with their backs against the wall if they lose this one, because then it will be a draw. And I don't even think they can use a draw, so they need to win this round. Or else it's just bye-bye for the Russians.
Yeah, it's going to be down to left up to Ubik, Garrick, as well as Latro. Looks like they're going to try to commit over here towards that ramp room side, but they already have cover fire happening here. Win right there. He's going to be a little bit blind. He's got his teammate there on the other side. That's going to be Maniac. Maniac just going to work, and now it's left up to Garrick, and now we're at game point here for eXtensive.
Yeah, and it's only... Okay, they will have some money here, the terrorists. We'll buy some weapons, but yeah. Famas's, 1 AK for seized, and Garrick with the... Okay, we'll buy an AK as well, so... Kind of a forced buy, but they can get something out of it, but I'm not really sure how it works with the groups. I don't think they can use a draw. They might be able to use a draw, but I'm not entirely sure.
I'd have to look at the whole stats and see how everything kind of plans out, but I doubt probably if you've... Yeah, it's probably highly doubtful that they can kind of come from this from a draw, but I wouldn't even expect that either. I mean, especially the way that eXtensive has been playing. They're now they have to deal with 6 rounds in a row of being at game point.
Yeah, and Cervoni, look at this guy, man. He's so insane. Wouldn't surprise me if he actually drops a 30 bomb in total. Now he's on 28. He just needs 2 more frags to drop an insane amount. That is 30 frags during this game. And right now there are 3 remaining. Surely eXtensive will be closing it down now. 5v3. The terrorists have to pull out something amazing. So Ubik might be the one to look for it. He has been playing the best out of this team, but right now they're doing it very, very carefully.
As right now you can see you got C's pushing down towards that ramp room. He's going to get picked off by Apex. And now it's left up to Ubik. They're going to be coming back around. Nice shots able to shut down GMX. Now Cervoni inside the vents area. He's going to have to be able to push back around, but win. Watching the top side. Ubik, the last man standing. 25 seconds. Not a lot of time. And he does have the bomb. Nice pop shot to be able to take down Apex.
Yep.
And now it's down to this 1-on-3. And there's another beautiful headshot by Ubik. Down to a 1-on-2. And he's going to go straight for this plant after the smoke. But look out. They're just going to go in for this. He can go in for the knife kill if he wants to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's going to do it right there. You got Win. Going to pick up that kill and the round. 16-9 is going to be your final score here between eXtensive and dAT team.